Good morning. I did make a couple of videos, even though I didn't I don't think I posted them yesterday. Maybe I did. They take a few hours to upload. It is January 7th. It is the day after January 6th, which I'm not gonna lie, kind of kept my head down yesterday. I'm not thrilled that we legitimately um, elected Trump, even if he won by like 3,000 votes. He uh, lost by 7,000 votes, apparently, is the word out and about. But there's been, a war of media and things like that. But I just, I've been watching some of the, I'm just as guilty as other people as for getting my news from people that can at least pepper it with a little bit of comedy, because it's hard, and thank goddess for comedians that can sprinkle humor where it's needed in times where rich people buy influence to have their ways in our government. I mean, they're literally like buying and selling things. But I love the way, while I don't identify as a Democrat, I'm really pleased by the way that the Democrats in this country are maneuvering. I am really excited to see the way people are coming together. And it gives me hope for this coming year, especially I think everybody in our country, which is the United States, if you don't know me, probably obviously, we got a big wake up call. We've been dumbing down America for like 30 years now, maybe longer. All my every time I go to a liberal arts school, it seems to shut down. um, but I'm still hacking away at my degrees. Uh, so I don't know. I'm experimenting with both speaking on the fly, which is what I'm doing today, and scripting in a way that also sounds natural, and just getting used to hearing and looking at myself. I'm really excited about the way the new color came out. The hot pink had faded into a very warm copper. It was lighter than that, but the pink really deposited a lot of red. And so this blue, this is almost like a periwinkle blue, because this is where it was hot pink. It was like, I think it was just called shocking blue, and it was like sort of like Cookie Monster blue. And what happened is the copper, as predicted, turned into this like lovely turquoise. And then I thought this would be a little more periwinkle, like more pale, and I think it probably will fade into a lovely, lovely periwinkle. It's a lot bluer than I expected. But as a person who cannot keep my arms up above my head for too long, and I prefer to like exercise very in a very focused way. Yoga is my preferred method of strengthening my flappy EDS joints, or at least the muscles around them. I get hurt a lot. Like right now, I'm dealing with like a low back injury because I like ran straight into a curb the other day and I wasn't sitting up straight. And so like I've got muscles in my back that are kind of knotted and like shrunken tight. And I've got a lot of ways, I think, moving forward, of sharing with people things that I do on a day-to-day basis with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome that make my life easier. It's like things that people don't really like think about because they're not dealing with it. And we're all everybody that deals with the difficulties of Ehlers-Danlos. And I say that specifically because, like, it is degenerative, and people do suffer from it, like, in different, like, ways and levels, kind of like diabetes, you know. And not all of us made all of the right choices in our lives, especially considering most of us were so late diagnosed. Like, I wasn't until I was like 30. I mean, they knew when I was having babies that there was something wrong with me. My doctor straight up was like, please stop having babies. I don't know how many times I can save your life. So not only, I had my 2 beautiful children, and it was the best thing I ever did. I kind of wanted to have a whole brood, but it just wasn't for me. And that's okay. I'm really pleased with the lives that I was privileged enough to bring into the world. It was, for me, while it was terrifying and hard and whatnot, it's like those guys were the best things I ever did. So I'm very, very, very proud of my little family. And I'm still really excited about 2025. It's sobering to know that we, like, hired the guy that we hired to be president, for sure. Excuse me, I'm still got the allergies. But yeah, I have, like, this weird sort of, like, unsettled feeling in my belly, but I've been listening and predicting and seeing the way people move. I think that on the fly, I'm going to read some cards. I have a little bit of difficulty with these cards just because, like, I have to also remember, I don't know, like, when you're used to, like, a specific, like, sorts of images, like the Rider-Waite deck is what, you know, I think most of us start with or are trained on at some point. And I've mentioned them before. I want to get really good. I love Adventure Time. And so I got these cool knockoff Adventure Time cards. This is the totally unofficial deck. And I believe the person sells these still on Etsy. And so I highly recommend, if you're into it. This is a fun deck. But I don't know the, like, you think you know Adventure Time until you, like, capture the deck and you're trying to, like, layer the Adventure Time story with the story of the tarot, which is what the creator of this did. And I think that's, like, super fantastic. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut these a few times. Let's see. And then I think that feels about right. Okay, so let's read for the coming year. Oh, that's fun. We'll just do a basic 4 spread and then 2. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna do, like, where we've been, where we are, where we're going, and advice. So where we're going. Ooh. I like this for 2025. And all right, and advice moving forward. Page of Swords for 2025. So we have a couple of major arcana cards in the mix. Where we've been, it looks like, I love this too because 7's my favorite number, but we have a 7 of Wands. I do not remember who this guy is, so if anybody is like watching this and wants to put him in the comments, I might add it, you know, the cards in the description later. And since where we've been, you know, the 7 of Wands is sort of, you know, we see Bun Bun here being, you know, and it's reflected on original cards as well, a very similar image of a person with wands sort of on the defense, on the attack. And a lot of oftentimes it also signifies deceit, and that's what I definitely feel for, since we're talking about politics in 2025. um, we got a lucky bunny here. I love that. That feels really significant to me personally. um, we have the sun in reverse, which signifies number 1910 whew. So this is like a cardinal card. It's obviously got some of the fire within, and it looks like, so this is where we've gone, where we are. Since it's the sun in reversed, I would say that for me, this is, I'm going to get a clarifying card here. It's definitely not victory. If this was, the death card. It's a new beginning for us anyway. Death is not usually actual death. It's 13 for culmination. This is literally, this is death in Adventure Time. He's pretty great. So yeah, it's definitely a new era. I mean, and I think that's sort of like one of those, the funny thing about tarot is like you have all these big fat duh moments sometimes. And then of course, where we're going in 2025, go figure. Do I need to, say what the Judgment card is? I feel this in my bones that 2025 is the year of judgment. 2024 was the year of truth. 2025 is all about judgment. And then advice moving on into the future. We have, I think this is a really good omen. We have the Page of Swords, another strong sort of like number one culmination feeling in the deck. I've been into numbers lately. And I would say that this is an important signifier of the birth of action. Again, we're talking about, politics this year. And I think that this spread is a pretty good basic spread for, what we see coming. No towers. I think 2024 was the tower. And we've had to defend our democracy in clever ways. And I believe that we've seen the results of that this year, even though we got to look at ourselves in a big fat mirror. Everything's going to come out this year. And we're going to march forward. I think that this bodes well for democracy. So, I'm at 13 minutes. That sounds like a pretty good time for me to wrap up. And that wraps up my 5th video now. So blessings. I love you. Peace, and have a fantastic day. Mwah.